Welcome to the walknupsyncpodcast, everyone. When I started the live stream, the wind was picking up synced, and then when I started talking on this video, there's an engine sound synced. There's a bunch of sync birds chirping, and there's these people there talking synced. As I was starting the live stream and shit, this is the walknupsyncpodcast. I went to the mall a few times. Every time I go in there, every day, there's a bunch of stalker children and stalker teenagers. And there's a bunch of children screaming synced, and there's usually babies and children crying synced. Today there's a bunch of babies and children crying synced, and screaming synced, and running around synced, and walking up synced. This child on a scooter at the mall, rode by me synced, and then he, turned around and he came back from behind me and turns around right next to me as other people walk by me. There's a bunch of stalker children in the mall. I went in there and I charged my phone, and there's a bunch of children synced and crying synced and shit, and I go crying synced and screaming synced. They have a playground thing in the mall, and the children will always be playing on it and screaming synced over and over. But I went in there, I was charging my phone up, and this group of people came and sat by me, and he was on a live, or on a video chat with somebody or something, and he was talking about Jesus and the crucifixion of Jesus and stuff, and how his entire family was against him and all this shit. He's doing a Bible study group or something, and he's talking about the crucifixion of Jesus and how everyone turned on Jesus and all this shit. Go through life and you struggle and you get through it, and you remember, you go through all the pain, you remember the pain that Jesus went through, and they whipped him 39 times, and he's just talking about the whole he's talking about the crucifixion of Jesus the whole time. He's sitting there for a fucking hour, and then these other people come up and they're talking to him, and they're all talking really loud, and I'm listening to music, and they're coming up to drown out the music, I think. I can't even hear it anymore because they're talking at maximum volume right next to me. There's a bunch of people come up and they're all talking really loud, and then they sat there for a while and they walked away, and then there were these other people hovering over there, and they walked in front of me, and they coughed in front of me and shit. A bunch of weirdos. There was nobody over there when I first got there, and then these people come and sit by me, and they're talking the whole time, and sinking. I recorded in there, I just uploaded a video, go watch it, where I went back in the back hallway, in the back rooms, the stock rooms. I uploaded the video. It's called Gang Stalked at the Stock Rooms. But yeah, it's always a ton of children in there stalking me, and teenagers stalking me, and constant stalkers in the mall. Unless I go there early in the morning. When they first open, it'll be dead at first. And there's been a bunch of people walking slow in front of me today, getting completely in my way. There's a car alarm going off right now. It's a stalker. And it's Walk Up Sync. And this is the Walk Up Sync podcast. And this is the greatest podcast in podcast history. And click the repost button and share this podcast around the world. I hear the car alarm again. He stopped and then started again. These bikers with backpacks. I think I'm the only person on earth that knows this, that escalators are stairs for a reason. I don't know who else knows this other than me, but it seems like people don't know how to use an escalator. Like, escalators are stairs for a reason. You walk up them, walk down them, and you get there faster. If you walk up the escalator, that's why it's stairs. But everyone stands on the escalator with the red shirt right in front of me. The wind is picking up sync. The wind has been synced all day. The wind has been synced all day, and there's been a bunch of birds chirping synced all day. And non-stop stalkers and non-stop cars. They never stop. They can never just stop. They're like the Energizer Bunny. What else happened today? I hear engine sounds right now. They're stalking. People are always saying thank you synced. Like every day, people will say thank you at a synced up moment, or say it to me, or they'll say it to me when like, why are you even saying thank? Like they'll be saying thank you for no reason to me. I forget like what scenarios, but they'll just say thank you for no reason. Like what? Why are you saying thank you? But when I was walking out of the mall today, there's this guy, he's holding the door open for this old lady, and she says thank you. When I walk through both of the doors, he's holding the door open for her twice. She's like, thank you. And then she said it again when I crossed the street. They're always saying thank you sync. They're always saying crazy sync. Somebody said crazy sync today next to me. On the live stream I did today, the lady said hot sync next to me. I don't know if you could hear it. I haven't watched it yet, but and I can't even hear it if I did watch it, because there's constant sound, so I can't watch anything until late at night when I can hear shit, because they just drive a loud car by or turn the wind up or whatever. It's like constant sounds all day, so I can't watch any YouTube videos usually unless it's like really loud. Somebody said program synced next to me when I walked by him the other day. They'll say that sometimes. They'll say hot all the time, like I've talked about before, hot and cold, and it's getting warm out, it's getting cool out, and whatever. They'll talk about hot and cold sync. What else? I see the blue shirters on their bikes synced. It's been a lot of blue shirters lately. At the start of that Stockrooms video that I just uploaded, it was blue shirter. And probably on all the live streams I did today, it's a bunch of blue shirters, I think. It's a bunch of blue shirters all day, every day, lately. So blue shirts are in the stock fashion. If you're a stockerhead, you'll get a blue shirt. Or you're a square. If you still got your red shirt on, you're outdated, you need your blue shirt. They still got the red shirters though, so not really though. They'll put you in there, just it's a lot of blue shirts. I don't know if it's mostly blue shirts, but it's a lot of blue shirts, and then like a bunch of blue shirts all at once and shit. But yeah, just wanted to say that there's babies and children crying synced again, and that's weird as fuck. It's been like every day, pretty much. And today it happened a bunch of times. And there's these engine sounds stalking me right now, multiple of them. Oh, there was a car last night, I think. This morning, I can't remember when. But there was a car that was driving like out in the distance in front of me synced. I think they were driving out of a parking lot. I can't remember where it was. But they had their windows down, and there was a child in the car like screaming, crying, synced. Like, Aah! Or whatever. Today this child fell in front of me when I was walking up the sidewalk. They're like walking the same direction as me in front of me. This child like fell down in front of me and like scraped their knee, I guess, because they started like crying after I walked by them. But it looked like they fell down sync though. I don't know what's happening. And then there's this other child at the mall today, like he like ran right out in front of me. Like they'll be walking toward me with their parents, and then the child will just like run this way, like run right out in front of me. It's a lot of people weaponizing their children against me, and children stalkers and teenager stalkers. Teenager and children stalkers that are like laughing at me and shit and mock and like they're like giggling as they stalk me. They're like a bunch of little bullies and stalkers. There was this one child on a bike the other day. He's probably like 13 or something or whatever, maybe younger than that. He came up on a bike and he like holds up his fist like he's gonna fist bump me, I guess. He's like, I was holding my sign, I was panhandling, and he was like, I respect the hustle, bro. And he rides by me on his bike, and then he stops on the path ahead, up the path. He stops, like looks back at me, and I pull out my cell phone. I'm like looking at shit on my cell phone, and he's like, "You got a cell phone? You fucking bum ass, fucking loser, fucking bum. Get a job, you fucking bum." And he rides back over by me, and he circles, or he like. Before he said that, he rides back over by me, he circles around in front of me, and he says that in front of me. He's like, "You got a cell phone, you fucking bum? Get a job, you fucking bum. Fucking bum ass motherfucker." And he rides away again. I didn't even say anything or like look at him or anything. Just like the child fucking child stalker. There's a car. Oh no, it's a car horn. Honk, honk. I think there's a sink gnat flying in my face right now. Is it a sink gnat? The other day there was a bunch of sink gnats flying in my face, and they'll like hover out in front of my face as I'm walking. Just keep hovering in front of my face as I'm walking. And then I'm like, fuck off! And they fly away right at that moment. And then they fly back up in my face synced and keep hovering in my face again. And then they'll land on my eyelid. They'll land right on my eyelid. My eyelashes. Or they'll land like under the brim of my hat. Synced. Or they'll land on my hand as a car drives by. Or like a fly or something landed on my hand as a car drove by the other day. Or like a gnat will bite me, or a mosquito or whatever will bite me as a car drives by, or at a sync moment like that. And that was happening a bunch of times the other day. There's a bunch of sync bugs being a bitch, like all day. But just on that one day though, there's sync bugs every day, but that one day though, there's a bunch of sync gnats and bugs biting me and landing on me synced and shit. I hear engine sounds, sync farting. And this is the Walking Up Sync podcast. Vote for LCAT 2028. We're going to illegalize gang stalking again. We're going to make stalking illegal again. Make stalking illegal again, 2028. I got a shot with a dude today, like the stinging. I always get the stinging in my leg. It's usually in my legs. It's usually like the back of my knee or like my ankle. But I got one on like my inner thigh today. Just get a stinging right in my leg, synced. Can you hear this engine sound? He's a sync fart. And the wind is synced again. So everybody go watch all my live streams from today. I've made like 5 live streams a day, I think. Something like that. Of recording stalkers. It was stalkered up. It's chemtrailed up right now. I see the chemtrails in the sky. It's chemtrailed up. I think there's a bunch of jets when I was recording today, but other than that, I think there's been less air traffic lately. Occasionally a helicopter will come by and fly like really close. But the other day it did. It was extremely close and loud as fuck. It would fly right over my head. Usually lately they'll be in the distance though. I see sync bicycles with backpacks and hear sync engine sound, and the wind is synced, and there's birds chirping synced. It's sync-tarded out here. It's really sync-tarded. There's birds chirping sync. That is retarded. I sound retarded right now, but I'm not retarded. The birds are retarded. They need mental help. They're stalking crates of CIA birdseed. Oh, I saw a squirrel one day. I think I forgot to say this. When I walked up to an intersection, there's a squirrel out in front of this house. He was jumping up in a bird feeder. I think it was a bird feeder or a squirrel feeder maybe. He's jumping up into it, sync, like making a loud sound. When I walk up to the intersection, and then when I get across the intersection, he's running off of it again, running away. There's been a bunch of sync squirrels lately too. How's the audio, guys? Is it pristine, perfect quality audio, or is there a sound over it that's like or whatever, or however the sound goes? Because the other night the video wasn't 100%, like the sound was still over it, but it was quieter though, and you could hear all the sync sounds in the background. You could hear all the engine sounds and stuff. Like the sound was still over the video, but it was quieter though. It wasn't drowning out all the sounds on the video. And then another day, the audio was perfectly regular. There was no sound over it. But only those two videos though. Or maybe this one too. Is it this one too? Or is there a sound over it? It's like got these mag spies over here again. The mag spies. Those birds are loud as fuck. And they keep doing it synced over and it's loud as fuck. A duck flew over my head this morning, I think. A duck flew over my head, like really low over my head, quacking right as it flew over my head. Like, wow, wow, wow. That happened this morning. I see the blue shirters again. The wind is picking up sync again. Yep, who's in here? Who's in here watching? Show yourself. I see a red bike, green shirt, blue helmet stalker right now. Red, green, and blue sync. Again. Again, dude. So yeah, they sync 100 different color patterns. So they sync green, red, and blue lately for some reason. And they sync green and blue together. And they sync red and blue together. And they sync blue and pink together. And they use pink like red. And they'll sync pink and red together. And they'll sync orange and red together, and orange and blue together. They'll use an orange car like a blue car, or like a red car, I mean. They use an orange car like a red car and sync it with a red car or a blue car, or shirts or whatever. And then they'll have an orange shirt inside a blue car or whatever. And then they'll sync green and pink and green and purple lately. And they'll sync green and yellow. And they'll sync blue and green. I think I said that already. And they'll sync black and silver cars all day, of course. And red and blue cars all day. And they'll sync yellow and orange together. And they'll sync red and yellow together. And it sounds like I'm making shit up when I talk about it, because they sync so many different color patterns, but they actually do though. Those are all color patterns that they do. I see them all like every day. I see the black and silvers right now again. What else? There's probably other ones that I forgot to say. And they do like color wheel syncs, like opposite colors sync with each other or whatever. Like there was one time where I forget what it was, but it's like diagonal on the color wheel. Like they were aligning cars that are like diagonal on the color wheel from each other. I forget what the colors were and shit. I posted about it a long time ago. They do all types of weird, colorful MK Ultra syncs. I've recorded it. I've documented it. I can back up everything I'm saying right now. I don't know what videos though. You gotta go search in the Illcat archives. But definitely on today's videos, they were doing red and blue cars and black and silver cars. And they did green and pink sync one time at least, and they did some yellow and blue syncs and some green and blue syncs on those videos. So they do that. They do that. When I got in my car today, it smelled like rubbing alcohol in here. I wiped my hands off with rubbing alcohol last night, but then this morning and earlier today, when it didn't smell like rubbing alcohol in here, but then when I get in my car later on in the day, it smells like rubbing alcohol in here. And that used to happen in my apartment all the time, where I'd walk in my apartment, it smells like rubbing alcohol, and I wasn't using rubbing alcohol that day. So I think my car is haunted. There there a ghost in here? And other times I would go in my apartment and it would smell like somebody was cooking food in there or something. It smelled like somebody was eating food or cooking food in there or something. Like they were eating, it always smelled like Chinese food. I don't know if it was like the apartment next to me, they're eating Chinese food or cooking food or something. It was probably a sync thing or a stalker thing. It's probably the program. I just walk in my apartment, it smells like Chinese food. Can you hear the cars whooshing by? I hear it all day, every day. If I just sit here all day, it's all day. And they're all a bunch of stalkers. And they're just constantly driving by. All day. It's about 2 seconds max break of no sounds all day. They give me about 2 seconds max. And then here come more cars and there was this loud ass motorcycle that drove by me last night. I thought a helicopter was coming to fly over my head really low in the sky. I thought it was a helicopter coming. I was like, damn, am I in fucking Vietnam right now? And then it was a motorcycle though. Loud as fuck. And there was this car the other day that was like extremely loud. Like, why does your car need to be that loud? You're gonna shatter the windows with your engine sound. Your car's so fucking loud. Why is it that loud, bro? It's not necessary. Oh, I think I hear a helicopter, a plane coming. Let's see if they fly over my head. Don't do it. See the chemtrails though? I think it flew behind me, I don't know. Probably a stalker again. Don't stalk. Who's in here? 3 people watching. Say something. I'm out of shit to talk about, I think. I'm about to end this Walking Up Sync podcast. So say something in live chat. It's the open topic podcast. If you want to talk about anything, say it. Ask me a question. Did y'all see the Backrooms movie? Did y'all watch all my Backrooms documentaries? Go watch that video I did today, the stock rooms, and then in the comments I put the documentaries where I did the Backrooms episodes. I don't know, I think it's funny. I try to make comedy out of it. I just have fun with the editor app too, just like doing shit with that, fucking around with it. I got another documentary coming soon. I hate stalkers, me too. Yeah, I haven't watched your videos in a while, man. Are you I think I saw you posting that you needed help lately. Are you doing good now? And also, what were you talking about? You didn't, or you doubted me? Like, what do you mean exactly? I don't blame you though. There's a lot of fakes. There's a lot of fake TIs. I don't know what you're talking about exactly though. Are you homeless too? I'm homeless as fuck. Living in my car, and my car is broken down right now. Hit the Cash App and PayPal, everybody, and click the repost button. Need help. I should have watched more of your content before judging you. I feel you. Yeah, I could see how some of my videos you could think that I'm like mocking TIs or whatever, like if at first glance or something, like I don't know, cause I get really jokey with it, and I but yeah, if you watch enough videos, you're gonna see a bunch of stalkers. It's stalkered up. Homeless. When did you wake up to the stalking? When did you realize you're being stalked? For me, it's been since October, or like September, October of 2022. Yeah, it's either I laugh at them or I scream at them, and that just drains my energy. So I try to laugh more, but then eventually they're gonna piss me off. Damn. Where are you at? What state are you in? I found your channel like a year ago, I think, like last summer. I haven't watched all your videos. I haven't watched your channel in a while, but they used microwave weapons to force me out of the free house I was supposed to inherit. I'm in Illinois. Huh. That's wild. was living in a parking lot by the mall here, and I saw your videos were near a mall, so I thought it was probably a perp messing with me again. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of things that it's hard to tell, like what's the program and what's not sometimes. Or if it's just you're overthinking it or whatever. Or maybe they put that video into your algorithm to make you think that or something, like I don't know. And then also, I say this all the time, and I don't know if it's probably the same with every TI, but you might not realize it yet. But me though, I sync unintentionally like a stalker. Like I sync on myself unintentionally, and then when I record, like if I put my phone up in my phone mount right now, and I record myself, and there's people walking behind me, like a dog walker will walk behind me, and I'll put my arm up at the same time, and I'm not even looking at them or looking at the screen or anything, and I'll like put my arm up and like whatever, like I'll do something, or I'll start talking at that moment like I'm a fucking stalker. I'm a sync bot, but I do it unintentionally though. But I think these stalker heads are doing it intentionally. And they're like, ha ha ha, high five. But me, I do it without thinking about it unintentionally. And maybe I'm syncing on target individuals out here. I don't know. That would be fucked up. But probably. YouTube commercials. You mean like YouTube channels that pop up like an ad or what? I always get ads directed at me, like I'll pull up whatever social media, YouTube or whatever, and at the top of the screen it's a Target ad or whatever, or it's a Chase Bank ad because my name's Chase, or it's a whatever, something directed at me. Yep, that's all they do is sync. And they shoot the dudes synced. They shoot me with dudes synced. Everything they do is synced. And they talk synced, and they laugh synced, and they walk synced, and they point synced, and they cough synced, and they open a door synced, and they close the door synced. And they sync a sync with a sync, and they sync a sync on top of a sync. Yeah, they're just YouTube ads with random people talking nonsense, wearing red and black, acting weird, yelling and screaming at me. I know they are perps. I don't get that. I don't know what that is. I don't think I've ever got that. yeah, and then before that Stockrooms video I did today, right before that, I went into the bathroom. I was coming out of the bathroom at the start of that video. And when I went into the bathroom, right before you go in the bathroom, you turn from the one hallway into the other hallway. And right when I turned, there's this other guy walking around the corner and coughing right as he walks around the corner. And like almost bumps into me and coughs right in front of me. Like coughs on me, basically. Oh, this stalker this morning when I was panhandling, he pulled up, and he's smoking a cigarette, and he blows his cigarette smoke right in my face. I'm like, bitch, you blowing that right in my face, you fucking bitch? Fuck out of here. Yeah, make a video, I wanna see that. Gross YouTube commercials talking about shit, parasites, toilets. I've gotten things like that before, I think. Somebody sent me money today at the money center, so I walked over there, and when I get there, there's this, I almost recorded her because she was just taking forever, and she was doing directed conversations the whole fucking time. She was standing there, she was getting a money order or whatever, and she's talking to the person behind the glass, and they're like having this conversation, and she keeps talking about somebody went to the hospital or something, I forget. They're always talking about like somebody went to the hospital or is dying or died, or no, she said her sister died, I think, and she was like, I forget all she was saying, but she was saying a bunch of things that they always say, like in a row. Like she kept saying a bunch of different directed conversation things that they always say, and then the girl was counting the money out to her. She's like 84, 85, 86, and right when she said 86, I was taking a drink right at that moment, unintentionally syncing on myself, I guess. Right when she said 86. And then also the girl that she's giving the money to was like 6. And there's a cop driving by me right now, and he's probably synced with me telling this story. Getting to the point of the story. There's a car honking. Does that mean I'm right? And there's a loud motorcycle with a blue shirt. But it was like right when she got to 86. They're always syncing 86 on me, the 86 in me, you know. Right when she got to 86, she's like 86, and then the girl that she's counting out to is like 6. Yeah, I'm in Colorado. Yeah, I always get the same directed conversations. They always talk about hospitals and death, yep. Or cancer, or jail, or court, or the police, the cops, or somebody broke their arm, or whatever. Do they say hot all the time? Do they say it's hot outside right next to you? Do they say hot? And it's warming up out there and it's cold. Do they say hot and cold synced? They do that to me all the time. I've heard other TIs talk about it, that they say hot synced. And it's weird how we all get the same things. Like, we get the pointers. I don't know if you get the pointers, but like gang stalking simulation and me, like we get all the same things. And like other different TI channels, we all see like the same things. You see the pointers and the coffers, and they say hot synced, and they talk about death synced in hospitals, and they talk about and they cough synced, and they touch their nose synced, and scratch their head synced, and all that. Like, we all see the same things. That's kind of phenomenal to me. At my last job, every person that came in would talk to the owner about someone going to jail, getting set up, or jumped. Every person? That's crazy. I'm not sure. I usually have my headphones in now, but they're heating me up for almost a year or freezing me. They're freezing you? Like directed energy weapons, you mean? Like they make you get really cold or something? Ever watch David A? He does interviews with targets. It sounds familiar. I think I've seen it. I don't watch a lot of targeted individual channels lately, especially because I'm homeless, and then lately it's hot as fuck. Today it's a little cooler. It's like 80 degrees, but it's been like 90 degrees lately. My phone overheats, and it's too loud to hear anything too. So like I gotta watch YouTube videos late at night. I'm gonna catch up on your videos though. I'll go check him out too. And then I like to watch other things other than targeted individual channels to like take my mind off of it. I'll go watch fucking Joe Rogan podcast or whatever. I know Joe Rogan's a shill, but there's a lot of interesting info on his podcast sometimes. Interesting guests and stuff. Yeah, somehow they're able to mess with my body, making me cold. The microwave radiation heat me up. Yeah, they make me burp synced and yawn synced and sneeze synced. They made my nose bleed one time, where I had to go to the hospital and get my nose cauterized because they made my nose bleed synced. And I'll just like drop shit random, like I'll drop my phone or whatever. It's like they make me do it at a sync moment. And they probably done that too before, turn the temperature up and down on me or whatever. I don't know. They can probably just do anything. Probably make you have a heart attack or a stroke or whatever. Just do whatever they want. Yeah, I watch a lot of conspiracy channels trying to learn about this technology and history of CIA. Yeah. Do you watch gang stalking simulation? Yup, they just want to torture us and play with us all day. And then they make me, like stalkers will send me money. It's like they send me money to keep me alive, to torture me some more or something. But I appreciate the money though. But I don't know. It's like I can't live and I can't die. I'm not allowed. Just allowed to be in a fucking purgatory torture chamber. And my life is stagnant. And I go to fake job interviews. And they don't give me a job yet. And whenever I get a job, it's Skynet allows me to get the job. Simon says I get the job, and then Simon says how many hours I get, how much money I make, and if I lose the job, or if they cut my hours. I watched Gang Stalking Simulation in the beginning, but it seems like he's just recycling his own content for views. Yeah, he puts up new stuff though too. Uh, 90% of the donations I got were from perps, but beggars can't be choosers, right? Yep. I get a lot of... I used to get a lot more donations a few years ago. From mostly stalkers, and then other people who I don't know if they're stalkers or not. And then occasionally a TI will send me money, but most of the TIs are broke like me though, so it's usually stalkers. And then people that I don't know if they're a stalker or not, but are probably a stalker. But then I don't know if all of the stalkers are evil. Some of the stalkers look like they're forced to stalk. I don't know if you get that, but I get a lot of stalkers every day that have this sad look on their face, and they like look down at the ground when they walk by me. They look like ashamed or something, or like, sorry, I'm about to stalk you right now. I'm forced to do it. I got a gun to my head. Sorry. I can't say shit about it. It's like 1984 out here. If I say shit about it, they're gonna cut my tongue out or whatever. It seems like that with a lot of the stalkers. But then other stalkers, they're like laughing and mocking me and shit, being a weirdo, and they love to stalk. It's like their favorite thing in life to stalk somebody and be a weirdo. I got a job in January when it was super cold. I was living there for a month, and the tactics were beyond insane. They were even slicing up my clothes. Yeah, I think they slice my clothes, or like poke holes in my clothes or whatever. They keep targets broke and struggling, and the public can't believe this is really happening to us. I think most of the public are stalkers though, so they know what's happening to us. I think 99% of people out here are stalkers. I think all of these cars driving by me right now are stalkers. I bet they're all stalkers, and if I record them and look back at the video, they're all a bunch of stalkers, I bet. Then maybe occasionally there's a car that's a targeted individual, but then they sync with it to make me think it's a stalker too. I don't know, but I think most of them are stalkers though, like 99% of them. That's what it seems like. we're the 300 Spartans out here. There's 300 of us on Earth. Maybe a few more than that, but it's probably not much. Like, I don't know. How many targets are there out there, really? Maybe there's a bunch of targets out there, but like, how many are stocked on the level that I'm stocked on? Probably not. Probably the 300 Spartans out here. Because here comes a helicopter, along with the million stalker cars. And the wind is stalkered up. And where'd the birds go? Are they still chirping synced? I don't hear them right now. I think they just flood the town. A target is in with stalkers. Most normal people would flip out if they found out about this torture and waste of government resources on us. I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on exactly. All I know is I see a bunch of stalkers. That's all I really know. And then I post about it 1,000 times a day, and I got a YouTube channel where I was a predator. I did predator catching, caught child predators. I got 1,400 subscribers on there, and I go on there every day and post about gang stalking and how I'm homeless and I need help. And then everybody ignores me all day, every day. 1,400 people are ignoring me. And they used to interact with me on that channel and shit. Like, people would comment and shit. And now it's like a ghost town on there. It's like tumbleweeds and crickets every time I get on there. And it's like, where is everybody? It's 1,400 people have gone missing. And I got 200 followers on Twitter. Nobody interacts. Everybody's just silent ever since I started talking about gang stalking. Where the fuck is everybody? They used to interact with me and shit. Used to like repost my tweets and shit. Where are they? But then like I don't know what's going on. And then there's the theory that they just like zap them with some technology that makes them like go unconscious, and then they're like remote controlled. When they walk by you, it's like somebody's taking over their mind. They're like under mind control. But it doesn't really seem like that, though. It seems like they're consciously doing it. But at the end of the day, I don't know. I just know what people say on videos and in books and stuff, and their theories on it, and my experiences and what I see. That's about all I know. It's just like what I see with my own eyes. Like, somebody will have a theory, like the stalkers they get gift cards, but like, do they? How do you know? Like, I've never seen them get a gift card. Like, here's your stalker gift card. Like, I don't know that for sure. I think they do give them free cars, though. I feel very strongly that they give them free cars to drive around synced. Ever since this program started for me, everyone I interact with now is a stalker. I don't know how they do it, labeling us a terrorist, I guess. Seeing how my grandma acts sometimes, I wonder if she's being mind controlled somehow. Yeah, I don't know, man. Have you ever seen the movie Eagle Eye? Like how I said, there's stalkers that look like they don't want to stalk me. Like, if you watch the movie Eagle Eye, I think it's something like that going on. And that movie is about targeted individuals, like, and people are synced around Shia LaBeouf the whole movie. And go watch my playlist, Ill Cat Movie Reviews. There's a bunch of movies and people are synced around the main character. And the movie is about gang stalking, like Truman Show, I, Robot, Get Out, The Game, a bunch of movies. But on Eagle Eye, Shia LaBeouf is a targeted individual, or whatever. People are synced around him the whole movie. And then he gets like activated into the program, whatever. But you've never seen Eagle Eye? Go watch Eagle Eye. It's a really good movie. And yeah, The Game, also a really good movie. And everyone's synced around Michael Douglas on The Game, like, and like at the start of it, when he hands him the card, when he hands him the business card or whatever, he's like, go to this place, they'll change your life. Like his brother hands him the card to go sign up for the game. Right when he hands him the card, there's a ambulance siren starting, or fire truck or something. There's like sync sirens and sync cars honking and whatever, and people walking by and driving by synced and stuff on like all these different movies. Go watch my playlist, Ill Cat Movie Reviews. I break it down. And on the Spider-Man trilogy, Mary Jane is a gang stalker. She's gang stalking Peter Parker. Go watch that. I'm not bullshitting. On Eagle Eye though, like she like gets a phone call, and it's like the AI. It's like this AI bot controls the government and controls everything. And like she gets a phone call from this AI bot, and it's like, get in a car and drive 50 miles an hour east or your son will die. And then it like shows pictures of her son on this TV or whatever. And like it hacks into all the technology and the street lights and everything. He's like, get in the car and drive 50 miles an hour east or your son will die. And then like there's this other guy, like they have to like follow the orders of this robot and do what it says. And then they meet this guy and he's like, fuck this, I quit this shit, I'm not doing this shit anymore. And the robot's like, stop him right now. And then this guy like runs away or whatever, and then the power lines start like sparking, the power lines fall on him, and he gets electrocuted to death. And it's like this robot controls everything and is like has a gun to everyone's heads, making them do shit. So I think something like that is happening, because I'll see stalkers that look fucked up, like they don't want to stalk me. Like I think I'm good at reading people, like if they're faking it or not. I feel like I'm good at reading like facial expressions in their eyes and stuff. Like by the look on their face, they look like they don't want to stalk me, like legitimately, like they're not acting, like and like sometimes they look like they're about to cry, whatever. It just really seems like that every day. But I don't know. They could just be playing with my head. But I don't think so though. I think there's a lot of people out here that are forced to stalk, and then there's other ones that sign up willingly or whatever. Or maybe they sign up willingly and then they realize it's some evil shit, and they don't want to do it anymore, but they're on a life contract. Or that there's stalker children out here, right? So there's probably adults out here, they've been stalking since they were a child, like a toddler. And then they're in it for life and they can't get out of it even if they want to. Truman Show too. It's all predictive programming the CIA puts into these movies, and then it's harder for the public to believe us too, because they say we're delusional from seeing too many movies. Some are definitely forced to. Like if we sold out, we would be forced to stalk too. Yeah, it definitely seems like it. It's fucked up because I try not to get mad at all of them, because like at those ones, and there's stalkers who will be nice to me every time that I see them, other than the fact that they're synced. They'll be like nice to me and they won't be a dick about it like other stalkers are, and like smirking and shit. But it's still fucked up what they're doing, but it's like they seem like a cool person that's just forced to stalk, maybe, perhaps. And then sometimes, like when they smile or laugh, it seems like they're being told to do it. Like, and then like after they walk by me, they're not smiling anymore, and they look like they have this serious look on their face or whatever. I don't know, man. It's some weird shit. And then there's the gang stalking simulation video where he talks to his old friend who's stalking him, and he starts crying because he's like talking about like, hey, are you stalking me? They got you out here with the backpack on, whatever. And then this guy starts crying. And I've seen people crying before too. So yeah, but screw that. I don't want to be forced to stalk for life. They sell their soul. Yeah. Yeah, if they are forced to stalk, that's really fucked up, and I feel bad for them. But they're still gonna piss me off at the end of the day. Like if I'm hanging around a stalker that I think is one of those ones, they're eventually gonna do something crazy or like really fucked up, or like do something really annoying and piss me off. I usually don't look at them, since a lot of times they want us to see it's the same people stalking us over and over. Yeah. Yeah, I just found out today for sure my mom is working for the program, and I'm breaking off contact with her. Yup, it's everyone. I don't know if anyone in my family is not. I haven't talked to everyone in my family in, like since I woke up to this shit. It's like I'm like my whatever, and like I'm not invited to like Christmases and shit anymore. So like I haven't seen any of my family for years. But I know my mom and my dad and my grandma. I stayed at my grandma's house. My grandma and grandpa and their dogs are synced. As far as my siblings, I don't know, but my sister was like sticking up for my mom and like gaslighting me and shit. So and my uncle's a stalker and he's a weirdo, and he's like mocking me and being a weirdo when I woke up to it. He's stalking me, following me around with his car. Like all the rest of my family, I don't know, but like they can't say anything. Like they don't ever, like they see my posts on Facebook and shit where I'm like, need help, and like I'm being gang stalked, and I post all these videos and shit. They don't say anything or anything, so I just assume my whole family is in on it probably. Except there was one family member who was like messaging me a while, like 4 years ago or whatever, when I was posting videos. They were like, I see your gang stalking videos, that's weird. Like they were like agreeing with me that it's weird. They see the stalkers and whatever. Then I haven't heard from them in forever. I think they deleted their Twitter. I don't have their phone number and shit, so if you're out there listening, hit me up, send me a text message. But other than that, everyone in my family is in on it, I think, because they're just silent and they don't acknowledge my existence. And then I message them, I'm like, hey, I'm homeless, I need help. And then they're like, you did this to yourself or whatever, or they block me. So I think it's like my whole family. And my dad was in the Air Force, and he was a firefighter. He's a firefighter and a paramedic. And I was born on a military base, on an Air Force base, Tampa, Florida. So am I like a military experiment? But my grandpa was Freemason. My mom and my stepdad were in the Knights of Columbus. Not saying any of these things necessarily correlate, but I'm just saying though. If they're not in on it, then they break off contact, it seems. Yep, they always say I did it to myself, when I didn't do it to myself at all. Like, even if I'm not being gang stalked, I got randomly kicked out of my apartment for no apparent reason. Whether I'm being gang stalked or I'm a schizophrenic, that is a fact. I got randomly kicked out of my apartment for no apparent reason. I didn't do it to myself, as far as I know. Or if I did, I don't know what I did. They didn't tell me. This random guy at the mall today, when I was on live stream today, said that. He was like, you did this to yourself. I'm like, how do you know, dude? You don't even know me. How could you possibly know I did this to myself? What are you talking about? do you need mental help? There's this car sitting in front of me, parked forever, and he has a dim tail light, and he's just sitting there with his car turned on forever for like 10 minutes now, I think. Yeah, strangers always say it to me. Like when I'm panhandling, they'll be like, "You did this to yourself. Get a job, bum." Or I had a sign that said, "The Epstein Island government made me homeless." And they're like, "You did it to yourself. You can't blame anyone but yourself." I saw a guy with a Mickey Mouse shirt today. I see Mickey Mouse occasionally, which I've talked about before a bunch of times. I see Mickey Mouse occasionally, just occasionally, and I saw it today. One guy with a Mickey Mouse shirt, synced. I saw a guy with an MF Doom shirt, and he looked synced, because I listen to MF Doom all the time, so he's probably directed at me, I guess, right? I saw a guy with a lion shirt today, synced. It was a blue lion shirt. I've seen a lot of blue shirts lately. It was a blue shirt with like a Rastafari lion on it. When I panhandle, they flood the street with gang stalkers, so they totally block me off, just point and laugh at me. Yeah. They're like, I'll like walk up by their car, and then they'll drive forward a little bit. Like they'll be sitting back from the intersection, and then I walk up next to their car, and then they'll drive forward a little bit. Right as I walk up next to them, they'll do little petty shit like that. And then they'll act like they're gonna pull out money, and then they don't. Like they'll reach in their purse, or they'll be like putting money in their wallet in front of me, or they'll like look at me, and then they'll like look over and reach down. It looks like they're like looking for money to pull out and give to me, but then they like pull out their cell phone instead, or whatever, or just whatever. Like they'll do things to make it look like they're about to give me money, and then they don't, or they'll pull up and roll their window down, and then they don't give me money. But eventually a stalker will give me money, but some days I get more money than other days. Some days I get like no money. Like the other day, there's a couple people handing me quarters, and that was it. And then like the day before that, there's a bunch of people handing me $20 bills. I made a bunch of money that day. They're all a bunch of stalkers though, and they hand it to me synced. And it's like Simon Says how much money I'm allowed to make every day. It's like all rigged, I guess. It seems like it's rigged as fuck. Like it's however much money I'm allowed to make that day is how much I'm allowed to make. And they're like, give him a $20 bill or something. They tell him how much money to give me or something. I don't know. But I gotta stand out there for hours usually before I make some money. Some days they'll give, like, I'll see someone right away, they'll give me money. Like one day, right when I this happened one day. I wake up, I get out of my car, and start walking with my sign, and there's this car pulling up right after I get out of my car. Like, I just woke up, got out of bed and get out of my car and go panhandle. Right after I get out of my car, this car pulls up. I hold my sign out at him, he stops, and he's like, "You need help? You need some money?" And he hands me a $20 bill, I think. So he's like, right away, right after I woke up, he handed me a $20 bill. But then most days though, I'm standing out there for like an hour at least, or several hours before I get some money. Or they'll hand me like $1, and then I gotta stand there for a couple hours again, and then I'll get some money. It just seems really rigged. They use Pokemon on me. They use Pokemon on me too. Lately I've been seeing Snorlax. I don't know if it's the same car, but I saw it twice. I saw a Snorlax, like stuffed animal on the dashboard of a car. The Snorlax is a cat Pokemon. And then I get Pokemon cards on the ground sometimes. It would just be a Pokemon card laying in a strategic place on the sidewalk or whatever. I got that a few years ago. I was seeing Pokemon cards like repetitively, and then one of my recent videos, like a month ago or something, I saw a Pokemon card. And they'll do like Pokemon bumper stickers and t-shirts and whatever. But I also, like, I changed my profile picture to Mewtwo on Twitter. Because Mewtwo, he's like a government experiment or whatever. He's a cat Pokemon. So I changed my profile picture to Mewtwo. And I think it was after that they started doing the Pokemon shit on me and the Pokemon cards. It's because of that, probably. In live stream I watch, they put perps with screen names, usually about the bands I'm listening to that month. Yeah, I get all types of shit like that. They will call me over to the car just to say something stupid and not give me money. Yup. Or they'll hand me bottles of water or food that I don't want. I just want money. I don't trust taking food from a stock. I mean, they can mess with my food in my car or whatever, but I just don't trust it taking food from a stalker. But yeah, or they'll be like, "You want a cigarette?" This program wants to make it so we can just barely survive. They put a group of fake homeless nearby me, and they get all kinds of donations, of course. Yup. The fake homeless look all drugged out or high, but it's just stalkers donating to stalkers to demoralize me. Yeah, it's all just theater. It's all just to make you feel some type of way. I don't know enough about Pokemon to understand what the subliminals could even be. Like, what type of Pokemon shit do you get? I've always, in gang stalking simulations, said this too, I think, but Pokemon Go, like gang stalking, is like a Pokemon Go game. Like, they're all like coming out and hunting the Pokemon, like Pokemon Go. So I've said that a bunch of times on my videos. So I think it's because of that, and because I changed my profile picture to Mewtwo. I see the Pokemon things. And then there's just some things that I don't even know what it means. Like I'll see little boys in Spider-Man shirts or a Spider-Man costume occasionally. That's kind of rare. That's kind of like the Mickey Mouse shirt. It's kind of rare. But I'll see that occasionally. I'll see a child in a Spider-Man shirt or a Spider-Man costume, a little boy. So I don't know why I see that. I don't know what it means or anything. Usually cars syncing with Pokemon stickers all on them. I don't know. I think Skynet just needs mental help. I think Skynet is severely mentally ill. And it doesn't even know what it's saying sometimes. It's just like, oh! And it'll misspell things on the license plates. Like it'll be a coded license plate. It's like hieroglyphic license plates. Where it's like only I can decode it because like they sync the same thing on me over and over, and then they'll use a 7 for a T because it looks kind of like a T. They'll use a 7 for a T, so instead of EBT it'll be EB7 or like E87 for EBT or like whatever. Like and they'll get like extremely hieroglyphic and retarded with it. And they do gematria syncs where it's like whatever, like CC for 33 or whatever. And you'll get like really intricately retarded with it. Maybe perks with Pokemon clothes too, stuff Pokemon windows. Yep. I get all that. I already said that, but yeah. Yeah, I get all kinds of directed license plates too, anything to send someone. I get a million directed license plates. Like there's so many. Everyone hit the Cash App and PayPal so I can buy a library, so I can fill it up with books. I can write a whole book series on all the license plates they do. That's a whole aisle of the library full of license plates, and then another aisle of the library full of the color patterns they do, and another aisle of the library full of all the other tactics they do. I need to buy like 2 libraries, so hit the Cash App and PayPal. And then I'm gonna have to buy more libraries in the future because they keep adding shit on, and then it's added on forever. And combining shit and adding shit. And I also need to buy a Darth Vader breather machine so I can talk. So I can breathe and talk at the same time. So I don't pass out when I'm recording stalkers and talking about all the things that are happening. I probably have over 100 hours of video of me driving, pointing out these license plates and stickers on stalkers' cars. Yeah. I just saw 3 black cars and then 2 silver cars all in a row in the stalker parade right now, doing the black and silver. Do you get, I think, like, I'll notice this on other target individuals' channels and they don't notice it, I think. But do you get red and blue syncs and do you get black and silver syncs? Because I get that all day, every day. I see black and silver cars sync with each other, and I see red and blue cars sync with each other all fucking day. And I see it on other, I know Targeted Journey gets that because she talked about it, and then I started noticing it after she talked about it. But then I think they were doing it before I noticed it though. Like when I look back at older videos, they were already doing it. I just didn't notice it at first. But I know she gets that, and then I look at other channels and it looks like they get it too, but they just don't see it. Maybe they don't talk about it. But it's like, it's non-stop. If you look at my videos, like I'll walk up to an intersection, there's a bunch of black and silver cars. There's like a bunch of black cars when I walk up to it, and then it's like one silver car when I get across the street, and then it's a red and blue car right after that, and then it's a bunch of red cars in a row. It's whatever. And it's red and blue syncs and black and silver syncs all fucking day. It's blatantly obvious right there in front of the camera when you point it out, and then you watch all the videos. It's like 100 black cars and 100 black and silver cars all at once when I walk up to an intersection, and they're all black and silver. It's like, how does this happen? How does this coincidentally happen? Here's the mail van. Does he have one light today or two? Let's get red and black cars, or red and blue cars. Perps all wear red and black, or lime green, bright orange. Inside stores, the girls all wear pink. Red, white, and blue cars. I get the red, white, and blue cars, and red, white, and blue shirts. It will be a group of 3 people. One will have a red shirt, one will have a blue shirt, one will have a white shirt. And then lately they sync red, green, and blue together. Like that. Cars or shirts or whatever. Or somebody on a bike. I saw somebody on a bike tonight. They had a red bike, green shirt, and blue helmet or something. Camouflage, yup. Camo. What's the leopard print? I see women with the leopard print. I don't know if you get that, but I know King Jr. gets that, and I think Gang Stalking Simulation said that. A bunch of other targets with the leopard print shirts or pants or hats or whatever. I saw a girl one time, she had like a leopard print like glasses frames. I think it was a leopard print sync thing. People will pull up in a blue car with green glasses frames and shit like that. I saw a guy this morning, he pulled up in a red car with a blue shirt and a red coffee mug in his hand. Lime green. They're always changing the colors up on me and like adding shit and combining shit and whatever. They're always fluctuating everything in the stalker matrix. And lately there's a bunch of blue shirters, but there's all the other things too, the red shirters and everything, the camo. There's a bunch of blue shirters everywhere though. It's like they're sensitizing blue on me harder. It's always fluctuating all the time. What's it gonna be tomorrow? What's tomorrow? Is it fire truck siren day, or is it pink shirt day, or is it orange car day, or what? What is it tomorrow? I don't know yet. Today was Children Crying Sink Day, Children and Babies Crying Sink Day, and there was a lot of red cars on the one video I did. I don't know about the other videos or whatever. When I'm not recording, I don't really pay attention to them most of the time. I haven't noticed too much blue. They love using bright colors though. Yeah. There's the one live stream I did last night. I think it was last night. This guy's walking up to a white car and he has a white shirt on. Like he's walking up talking to the guy in the car. The guy in the car might have had a white shirt, I don't remember. But the guy walking up talking to him has a white shirt and it's a white car, and then behind him, as he does that, there's somebody walking on the sidewalk with a white shirt. There's like this white on white crime. This car just took off Synced, the one with the dim tail light. Finally took off. Was he there for like half hour or what? How long was he there? I don't know. Sat there with his car turned on forever. Gas is expensive and it's burning faster because they put more ethanol in it. And he's just sitting there in his car with his car turned on forever. So that guy is rich, I guess. Or the CIA is paying for his gas. Do they pay for their own gas? I would quit if I had to pay for my own gas right now. Fuck that. Make me drive around in circles. Fuck you, pay for my gas, bitch. I quit. They do all types of colors on me. They sink the whole rainbow on me. But yeah, I see a lot of pink too. I see a lot of women in pink. And then there's been times where it's like one day at least, I don't remember if it was multiple days in a row or if it was just one day, I was seeing a bunch of men in pink. Like throughout the day I was seeing a bunch of men in pink shirts. Synced. Pink sync. Yep. It's whatever color they choose, make into a pattern of syncs to sensitize us to. Yep. It's just whatever. They've sensitized literally everything on me by now, I think. The weather, the animals, babies crying, all the colors of the rainbow. coughing and sneezing and everything is sensitized on me now. Every sound imaginable. To where, like, if I hear someone coughing, I'm like, it's a stalker again. Like, they might just be coughing. Like, if somebody just coughs regular, I'm like, it's a stalker again. Like, my brain instantly is like, it's a stalker. Even if it's not, it might be a target individual coughing. Or like, I see a car coming up the street, I'm like, here comes a stalker. It's fucked up. And like, I'm wearing red pants right now, and I don't want to wear red pants, but I don't have any clean clothes right now. These are the only pants I have right now. So like, I'm not a stalker head, I'm just wearing red pants. If you ever see me walking by you with red pants, I'm not a stalker. Maybe I'm stalking you unintentionally though. I might do that, I don't know. But I'm not a stalker though, and I'm wearing red pants because my other pants are dirty. I need to do laundry. My grandma bought these for me, or my mom or whoever, on Christmas. They bought me red pants. Did they buy me red pants on purpose? I don't know. They're nice pants though, and they're like warm in the wintertime. But I don't like wearing red though. I got a Deadpool shirt that I like. That's about the only red thing that I like to wear. I don't usually like wearing red, especially because the gang stalkers do all the time. And if I walk by a Target on the street and I'm wearing red, but like, I don't know. Fuck all that though. I'm wearing red pants. Fuck it. I'm not a stalker. I promise. Go watch my videos. Yeah, they do so much. It's like, okay, they're using that tactic to color game today. I don't think there's that many real target individuals. They keep us separated a good distance. I stopped wearing red, but when you don't have washing machines, hard to choose. Yeah, I think they keep us separated too. And then, like, if there's a target near me, like if there's somebody in Denver that's targeted right now, and they got a YouTube channel, like it might not show up in my algorithm. Like I might not be able to find their channel or something. If they don't allow us to connect, maybe. Because I don't know if there's any. Somebody said there's a channel in Denver, but I don't remember if I looked them up or what. But I'd like to go out and meet other targets, like travel around, meet targets, but can't right now. My car's fucked and I got a flat tire. And gas is expensive as fuck and it's burning faster because they put more ethanol in it. This rapper Ludfo in Chicago says he's being targeted in gang stalk. Wish I could contact him. I saw that you reposted that. I'm gonna go watch that. I've never heard of him. Have you ever seen the Shock G. Have you ever seen his videos where he's talking about he's being gang stalked and they're shooting him with directed energy weapons and stuff, and he ended up dying and was assassinated, I think. And then there's like the interviews with Old Dirty Bastard on, or like they're like interviewing the Wu-Tang Clan. It's like him and RZA and Method Man, and he's like, if I die, the CIA killed me. If I die, the CIA killed me. And RZA and Method Man are like talking over him and like laughing and shit, like laughing at him and shit. Yeah, Shock G. Isn't that his name? I think that's his name. Yeah, I think they took ODB out, and I think they took Prodigy out, and I think they took MF Doom out. Like MF Doom, he had like an allergy to his medication or something like that. Oh, and Ka too, K.A. Ka. I think they assassinated him too, maybe. Or like his cause of death was never released, so I don't know what happened to him. And maybe Tupac. I don't know if Tupac's even real or if he's an actor or not. I don't know who's real or not up there in Hollywood. I don't know what's going on up there and who's real and who's fake and what exactly is happening up there. I feel like some of the people are real and they get assassinated. Like ODB. I don't know. Or maybe you just switch characters. Maybe it's a fake death. I don't know. Yep, a lot of these actors and music artists have to join groups like the Masons to stay relevant and get work. Yeah. And then they'll play multiple roles and they'll change characters. I've talked about it a bunch of times. Like, I think Katy Perry and Adele are the same person, and I think Steve Jobs and John Lennon are the same person. I think Adolf Hitler and Walt Disney are the same person. Their wives are the same person. Their wives look the same. It's like the same person. I think Gucci Mane, I don't know if he's Hobson or not. People say that he's Hobson. But if you look at pictures of Gucci Mane before he went to jail and then when he comes out of jail, he looks completely different. And his tattoos look completely different. Like his tattoos changed size and shape. And it's not just like he got more muscular. But it's not just because of that though. It's not like they stretched and warped. It's like they literally are a different size and shape. Like they literally look different. And they like move around or whatever. And he looks like a different person. It doesn't look like the same person. And then Kendrick Lamar and King Los look and sound alike, and they have the same initials, and their names match in gematria and shit. They have the same initials, KL. And what's the other one? Alex Jones and Bill Hicks are the same person. They make them do humiliation rituals. Yeah, it does seem like they're cloning famous people or something. Yeah, they might. I think they probably do clone people, but I think mostly they just like switch characters and they like put on a silicone mask or whatever, prosthetics. And they have like tattoo printers and silicone masks and shit. And then they like fake their death. Oh yeah, and then there's like the video of David Bowie. After David Bowie died, they're interviewing this guy. I think it's on Larry King or something. They're interviewing this guy. He's like David Bowie's friend or something. But it's David Bowie though. He looks exactly like David Bowie. It is David Bowie. He's talking about David Bowie dying. And then there's a video after Michael Jackson died. There's like the same thing. It's this guy named Dave. And he's like a burn victim or something. Like he has like 3rd-degree burns all over his body or whatever. He looks like Freddy Krueger or something. And he's like talking about Michael Jackson dying, like he's like Michael Jackson's friend or something. And he sounds exactly like Michael Jackson. Like he's talking like Michael Jackson. And he like, it is Michael Jackson in a prosthetic mask, I think. And then Michael Jackson, like, I feel like Michael Jackson maybe was a real person and then they killed him and replaced him with a white guy. And then like all of his kids are white. Like they're not mixed, they're white. So I don't know what exactly is going on up there in Hollywood, and I don't think anybody knows except the people up there, but there's some shit going on, I think. That David Bowie one is the craziest one. Like, go watch that shit. It's literally David Bowie talking about David Bowie dying. Like, they didn't change his appearance at all. Like, it's literally David Bowie. I don't think they even changed his hairstyle or anything. Like, it's literally David Bowie talking about David Bowie dying. Yeah, that guy, what's his name? What's his name? It's like, isn't it like Miami Steve or whatever the fuck his name is? Isn't it like something like that? His nickname? I forget what it is. Yeah, it's like this guy. He's got like a social media page and he has like a boat. Doesn't he have like a yacht or something? He like has parties on this boat with like these women or whatever, and he's like, he looks exactly like Jeffrey Epstein. Miami Pete or something? Yeah, something like that. Yeah, that's gotta be Jeffrey Epstein, I think. He's playing in her face. Anthony Bourdain. I think Anthony Bourdain and Jeffrey Epstein are the same person. They look really similar. But a lot of the time they'll be making references to each other. Like I said, Katy Perry and Adele. Like there's this interview with Katy Perry or whatever, where she's, her and Adele are neighbors. So like they'll be making references to each other like that, like they're neighbors. But like if you go on Google Images and you type in Adele and then you type in Katy Perry, you like jumble the pictures up, like you can't tell which one's which with some of the pictures. Like they look the same on a lot of their pictures. It's like the same person. Miami Pete says he knows Epstein and went to parties as Epstein. That's crazy. I didn't see that. I haven't really looked into him that much. I just saw pictures of him on Twitter or whatever. And then there's all these pictures of celebrities, like the last few years, they put out these pictures of celebrities where it doesn't look like the person. Like it's like they replaced them with somebody else and they're playing in our face like, this is Oprah, and it doesn't look like Oprah. And it's like a lot of people, like since like 2020 or 2022 or something, there's been like a bunch of different celebrities coming out with like new pictures where they don't look the same. And it's not because they're older or because they got plastic surgery or anything like that. It literally looks like a different person. Yeah, Oprah, and then I think like Jennifer Aniston and like who else? Yo, my fucking antenna on my car is broken off. What the fuck? I just noticed my antenna on my car is missing. Where the fuck did it go? What the fuck? My antenna on my car is broken off. What the fuck, dude? Well, I can't listen to the radio anymore, I guess. Yeah, Jim Carrey does not look like Jim Carrey at all. Who else? I forget. But there's like a bunch of different celebrities in the past few years like that. Oh, and Joe Biden too. Like Joe Biden, old Joe Biden from the 90s and the new Joe Biden does not look like the same person. And it's not just because he's older. It's like the shape of his head is different. Like he's a different person. He has like a different shaped head. I don't think the shape of your skull changes that much when you get older, does it? I know your ears get bigger and your nose get bigger and shit. I don't think your skull shape changes, does it? And then Eminem. I think Eminem has been played by like 5 different people, or like 3 different people at least. When you look at it, the different eras of his career, the old school Slim Shady Eminem, and then the relapse Eminem, and then the recovery Eminem, and then the new Eminem. It's like it's 4 different people, I think. They look different, like his chin and shit, like it looks like a different person. You could say it's because he was doing drugs and then he got off the drugs and whatever, but like I don't think so. I think it's multiple different people playing Eminem throughout the years. It seems. I don't know. They love playing with the minds of the masses. They think we're all too stupid to figure it out. Yep. If they get out of line, they get replaced. Where the fuck did my antenna go? Somebody stole it. They steal it for scrap metal parts or something? I respect the hustle, I guess. Oh shit, my battery's getting low. So, got anything else to say? I'll probably get off here in a second. Fake homeless stalker probably going to try to sell you an antenna soon. Yo, sometimes I can't tell if they're a fake homeless person or if they're a real homeless person though. I think they do have fake homeless people, but like sometimes I wonder, are they really homeless and they're stalking for CIA crack or something? There's a helicopter right now. I think definitely some of them are fake homeless though. Maybe all of them. Yeah. I think it's probably both going on. Oh no. It's another day trying to unravel the mystery of what the fuck's going on. Got me and subversive awareness in here talking it out, trying to figure out, unravel the mystery. Neither of us know really, but know some things, but don't know everything. And even the stalkers probably don't know everything. They just know what they're told and whatever. Working off a court case or whatever. Yeah, I think there's that going on. I think it's a lot of different shit going on all at once. I had to bet $1 million on it. I think it's a lot of shit going on all at once. But I don't know. Yeah, I have to bounce too. Hope you get some donations soon. Yeah, you too, man. I'll check out your videos when I can. So yeah, I'm gonna get off here too. See y'all later. See y'all on the next Walknupsyncpodcast. Podcast. There's a helicopter flying over me right now. A plane. Plane. Over me, where is he? He's somewhere nearby. That's ending the live stream. Is he a stalker? I bet. See y'all later. Don't sink.